Hi everyone, welcome back into the living room. You've discovered the Living Room Guitarist. I'm Dan, I'm your host. Hi. This show is about playing our guitars, the relationship we have with our fretboards, our 6 strings, our 12 strings, our basses, our acoustic guitars, electric guitars, whatever you love to play, let's get it out and play together. We're just hanging out in the living room together. We swap ideas back and forth, help each other, learn and become better, develop our own little ideas that we have in our heads and kind of put it on the fretboard. We all have, little chord progressions, little guitar licks and things we've made up over the years, song ideas, things like that, just searching for completion, collaboration. So let's get together with other living room guitar players and just share our stuff back and forth and develop our music together. Because we love to play, we love to make music. Again, it's not about trying to become professional guitar players. We're not, maybe we just don't play at that caliber or that level and write that way, and that's fine. It's not about how good we are. It's about just love of the instrument and the joy of making music together here in the living room or the garage or, your man cave, your back porch, your lady lair, wherever you just like to get out your guitar and just kind of spend your musical me time and just kind of de-stress and just play your instrument and like making music. So please contact me anytime, livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you in here as a guest and feature you on the show and show us what you like to play when you're just sort of hanging out in your living room. Let's develop our music together and enjoy playing. This week what we're offering is a little piece of something. I don't know. It's brand new, just over the last couple of weeks. I'll give you the quick backstory. Over the last couple of weeks, just a whole series of events kind of taken place that just were just weird and stunning and kind of sucked in some ways. And I was talking with somebody, I had a recent trip down to Florida, and I came back and a whole series of events there happened that were just kind of, just kind of off-putting. But, we all go through our stuff. It's just, regular human beings with regular lives and jobs, and stuff happens. And I was talking with somebody about this, and we were talking about that expression, I got a better offer, or something better came along, something like that. And, given what had happened the last couple of weeks just in my own little world here, I figured, I need to write something that's just dark. I need to write a dark tune, but with elements of brightness. So dark and bright, bright and dark, bright and dark. In Italian, that's chiaro scuro. So I needed to write something like that, and I was talking with this friend, and we were going through these expressions, and I thought, I wonder what it's like to be the better offer. What does it feel like to be the something better that came along? And we just thought, there's probably a song in there somewhere along those lines. So I wanted to have this, so these kind of two things came together and coalesced, and I thought, all right, I want a dark yet bright tune with that theme of, what's it like to be the better offer, or the something better that came along, how many of us can relate, right? So I figured for what I wanted, I would go to an alternative tuning, because again, with alternative tunings on the guitar, you can really explore the fretboard in new ways and make some new interesting discoveries. So for what I was thinking, I thought, this needs dad-gad tuning. Dad-gad. So it's, it's your D, A, D, G, A, D. So D, A, D, G, A, D. So dad-gad tuning right down the fretboard. D, A, D, G, A, D. Dad-gad. And if you want the good example of that, what's a good reference for dad-gad tuning? You go to the master, Jimmy Page. Right? You go back to Kashmir, the classic, but doesn't that dad-gad tuning, it's got that kind of bright and dark. So, okay, so we're in dad-gad tuning, and I'll kind of give you the start of what I have here, and you can see what you can think, where it can go next, what you could do with it. It's just the start of something. I started picking it out down here in this around an A7 here. trying to figure out, all right, well, how does this song develop? What happens next? You know, we can move around the fretboard and try things, but I'd love my fellow living roomers to kind of get their fingers on the fretboard and in this tuning and see what's possible here. Sometimes I'd come down here to the 11th, 12th fret. Strum out that opening part. You know, the better offer, the something better that came along. You know, I don't know if you've ever had that feeling that you just, maybe you are that for somebody, or I don't know. It's just sort of an interesting theme for a song. So I just wanted to kind of give you some of the roots here, these ideas, and see if there's something you can explore on your own fretboard and maybe share it back with us. Say, yeah, there's an idea there, and here's what I did with it, and just kind of mess around with it. It's a lot of fun just to play guitar and just make these discoveries and make music together. So I started again in that dad-gad tuning, and I'm down here just with the third string down on that 2nd fret, and I'm just kind of picking it out. And I'm just coming down here to the 2nd string up on that 3rd fret and just adding that. So it's just sort of around that A7 type of shape with some minor modifications there, and just kind of, you know, picking it out, you know, in just the way that works for you. So 3rd fret, 2nd fret on that 2nd string up. Then come to a C9 shape on that 3rd fret. Bring your finger down to that 1st string, you know, that low E here on the 2nd fret. So you're just messing with a C9 shape. So, you know, that's sort of a dark kind of feeling as an intro. And then I come down here to the 5th fret, those first 2 strings, I just kind of pluck them out. Just kind of the open chord. And then you can just bar those bottom 4 strings, and it just kind of gives you interesting sound here. Let them go. So those top 2 strings, and then bring in the rest. Back it off to the 2nd fret. And then what I do is I use my index finger and my pinky finger, and I just basically just finish a D chord at the bottom. So the 3rd string up on that 2nd fret, and the 2nd string up on the 3rd fret. Just sort of hammer on. Move it up to the 5th fret, and all I'm doing now is 1st string, 2nd string, 3rd string is open, 4th string down on the 4th fret here. So there's a more bright part of the song. So it's. How to work my way up the fretboard, you know, I'll leave that up to you. You can do all kinds of things. I started, you know, sometimes I'd come here to the 5th and 7th fret, 2nd string down and 4th string down. You know, you can kind of maybe create something out of that. These little just sliding around on those 2 strings on different frets. To a dark part here, so 1st string on that 2nd fret, 2nd string open, 3rd string on that 2nd fret, and I'm going to hammer on to that 4th string down, and then bring my finger up to that 3rd string down on the 3rd fret and give that little dark piece to it. sometimes I come down here, 3rd and 4th string down on that 12th and 11th fret, hammer onto the 12th fret, and then 12 and 14, those 2 middle strings. Come back to that 8th fret and just bar what's usually a C chord. Strum that out in some sort of interesting fashion. You can come back here. I don't know, I think there's just a lot of possibility with that song, the better offer, the something better that came along, in dadgad tuning, exploring some of these ideas here. It's almost an aggressive tune at the same time. So it's got a lot of little potentials there, but I'd love it if my fellow living roomers can maybe just kind of start hacking away at it and see what you can discover and what you can turn it into. That's all about what we're doing here on the Living Room Guitarist. We're sharing ideas and just creating music together. No matter how good it is, who cares if it doesn't have like commercial value? That's not what it's about. It's about loving the instrument and playing guitar for the joy of making music. So contact me anytime. Love to have you as a guest on the show. Whatever you think you can do with this, or whatever your own kind of living room material that lives in your head and on your fretboard, share it around, and let's develop and make music together here in the living room. livingroomguitarist@gmail.com, livingroomguitarist@gmail.com. We will see you on the next episode. We've got some special guests coming up. Love it if you were one of them. All right, we'll see you next time.